Japan is the host nation of the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. Originally scheduled to take place from the 24th of July to the 9th of August 2020. The Games were postponed to the 23rd of July to the 8th of August 2021. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Since the nation's official debut in 1912, Japanese athletes had appeared at every Summer Olympic Games in the modern era. Except for two editions. They were not invited to the 1948 Summer Olympics in London because of the nation's role in World War II, and were also part of the United States-led boycott when Moscow hosted the 1980 Summer Olympics. The following is the list of number of competitors in the Games. Note that reserves in field hockey, football, and handball are not counted. Japan fielded 6 archers at the Games. As the host nation is automatically entitled to use the men's and women's team quota places. The host nation's archery team was officially announced on March 21, 2021, with London 2012 silver medalist Takaharu Furukawa slated to shoot at his 5th consecutive Olympics. Japan as the host nation entered a squad of 8 artistic swimmers to compete in the women's duet and team event. Japanese athletes further achieved the entry standards, either by qualifying time or by world ranking, in the following track and field events. The team will be selected based on the results of the 2020 Japan Championships, and once an athlete wins a medal in race walking and marathon, or attains the top 8 position in track and field at the 2019 IAAF World Championships in Doha, Qatar. 4 marathon runners were the first set of Japanese track and field athletes being selected for the Games, with a top 2 finish of their respective races at the Grand Championship in Tokyo on September 15, 2019. By winning the gold medals at the World Championships, race walkers Toshikazu Yamanishi and London 2012 Olympian Yusuke Suzuki were officially added to the track and field roster. Suguru Osako and Mao Ichiyama completed the nation's marathon team lineup at the Nagoya and Lake Biwa Marathon on March 8, 2020. Japan as the host nation entered 13 badminton players for each of the following events into the Olympic tournament, based on the BWF Race to Tokyo rankings. The team was announced by the Nippon Badminton Association on the 18th of June 2021. Japan national baseball team automatically qualified for the Olympics as the host nation. The final roster was announced on the 16th of June 2021. Infielders, outfielders, coaches. Japan men's basketball team automatically qualified for the Olympics as the host nation. The roster was announced on the 5th of July 2021. Japan women's basketball team automatically qualified for the Olympics as the host nation. The roster was announced on the 1st of July 2021. Japan men's basketball 3x3 team automatically qualified for the Olympics as the host nation. The players were announced on the 3rd of July 2021. Japan women's national 3x3 team qualified for the Olympics by securing a top 3 finish at the 2021 Olympic qualifying tournament. The players were announced on the 3rd of July 2021. Japan entered 6 boxers, and Sena Airi secured the spots on the host nation squad in their respective weight divisions, either by advancing to the semi-final match or by scoring a box-off triumph at the 2020 Asia and Oceania qualification tournament in Amman, Jordan. 3 more boxers were officially selected by the Japanese Olympic Committee and the Japanese Boxing Federation to take up the host nation places for the Games, including Rio 2016 Olympian Daisuke Narimatsu in the men's lightweight division. Being the host nation, Japan has been awarded 1 boat each in all 4 classes. On October 20, 2019, the slalom canoeists were officially selected to the host nation's roster at the conclusion of the NHK Slalom International Cup, with Rio 2016 bronze medalist Takuya Haneda remarkably going to his 4th straight Olympics. Being the host nation, Japan has been awarded a minimum of 3 boats, with 1 each in the men's C1 1000 meters, women's C1 200 meters, and women's K1 500 meters. The men's K4 500 meters boat was added to the team roster with a top 10 finish at the 2019 ICF Canoe Sprint World Championships in Szeged, Hungary, and the women's K1 200 meters with the fastest finish vying for qualification at the 2021 Asian Championships in Pattaya, Thailand. With the cancellation of the 2021 Pan American Championships and the lack of eligible competitors available from the Americas in the canoe sprint regatta, the women's C2 500 meters crew accepted a spare berth from the International Canoe Federation for the Japanese team. Qualification legend. FA equals qualify to final. Facebook equals qualify to final B. Japan entered a squad of 4 riders in the UCI World Ranking. Following the completion of the 2020 UCI Track Cycling World Championships, Japanese riders accumulated spots for both men and women in the sprint, Kirin, and Omnium, as well as the women's Madison, based on their country's results in the final UCI Olympic rankings. Topping the podium in the women's O.